What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Eternal the Movie Parts 1 and 2. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Netflix for granting me the screeners to both parts of this new movie. They've asked me to not spill spoilers, therefore this review is spoiler-free. I repeat, there are no spoilers in this video review. Okay, let me give you a bit of context. I grew up in the 90s in Asia, so yes, I did grow up watching the old 90s Sailor Moon TV series. So yes, I'm very familiar with this franchise. But here's the thing that I didn't realize until now. And this is just an observation. My goodness, the way the animation sexualizes and objectifies the characters blows my mind. Look, I'm not judging it. And I'm not complaining, but as you're watching this Eternal movie, it'll be the thing that's just in your face the whole time. How they accentuate and highlight the body shapes and lots of skin. Even the dialogues are filled to the brim with suggestive innuendos about physical appearances, about physical attractions. But hey, again, no judgment. I'm just making an observation there. It's not a criticism. This is, after all, the nature of this particular anime, and you gotta give them props for embracing it or owning it. Okay, on to the substance. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Eternal the Movie is the ultimate film only for the fans. Meaning, if you haven't watched the previous installments, you will be completely lost. Things will fly above your head if you don't know these characters to begin with. But if you do, then this is the quintessential Sailor Moon movie and you are gonna geek out. I guarantee it. This is pretty much the Avengers of Sailor Moon. All your favorite heroes will show up and team up. Every glittery, sparkly, cutesy, colorful thing you love about this franchise gets even more magnified, intensified, amplified, and celebrated like never before. Originally created by Naoko Takeuchi, the Eternal movie is directed by Chiaki Kon, and it's set in spring when the cherry blossoms are in bloom and Tokyo is in a festive mood as it celebrates the largest solar eclipse of the century. As the new moon obscures the sun and gradually dims its light, Usagi and Chibi-Usa encounters Pegasus, who is in search of the chosen maiden who can break the seal of the golden crystal. Meanwhile, a mysterious troupe called Dead Moon Circus appears in town whose nefarious plan is to scatter the nightmare incarnations known as lemurs, seize the legendary silver crystal, rule over the moon and the earth, and eventually dominate the entire universe. I actually interviewed the English voice cast of the Sailor Moon franchise on the red carpet a few years ago, including Stephanie Sheh, who voices Usagi, Sandy Fox, who voices Chibi-Usa, Christine V, who voices Sailor Mars, and Amanda C. Miller, who voices Sailor Jupiter. So come watch my entire video interviews with those lovely ladies right here only on Rama Screen YouTube channel. So the story picks up where the last episode of Sailor Moon Crystal Season 3 left off, with Hotaru reincarnated as a baby and the outer Sailor Guardians leaving the group to raise her. So if you're wondering why this Eternal movie is divided into two parts, not only because it has a big cast of characters, but also because the writers want to start by focusing on the ones who are still Guardians first, and then they focus on the ones who retired from it. So it's more or less a meanwhile situation. But the connecting thread between both parts is the common enemy that ultimately reunites the whole gang. Now, part 1 really takes its time in digging even deeper into these characters. The first part gives every Guardian a chance to make their case. So it's not just a Sailor Moon extravaganza where everybody just revolves around her. No, sir, not at all. And I think you'll appreciate how much care the writers put into treating each guardian like a fully complicated person. Taking up a big chunk of the story is also Chibi-Usa's insecurity, and I don't necessarily mean that negatively, but the dynamics between her and the Pegasus, and her constant desire to become more than what she is, it's something that the writers keep emphasizing again and again. So if you've always had a soft spot for Chibi-Usa, then this movie has a whole lot of her for you. My favorite character is actually Sailor Mars, and let me say that the way that this movie explores her does not disappoint me at all. The tone on both parts is quite even in my opinion. They strike a balance between character study and the bad guys messing with our heroes. It gets dark from time to time, and Queen Nehelenia is a formidable villain, but the film never strays too far away from the adorable lovey-dovey stuff that is the beating heart of this franchise. Of course, it goes without saying that as far as the battles go, it's always more about the transformation rather than the fight itself. I personally wish that that wasn't the case, but who am I to tell this franchise to suddenly change its behavior? Overall, this movie will not convert any new fans. If you go from watching Castlevania or Yasuke to watching Sailor Moon Eternal, odds are you're gonna be turned off by this. But this one is just for you Sailor Moon fans, and trust me, it is every bit as exciting as you expect it to be.